Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Alyssa Maloney. While Hollywood and the world mourn the passing of Betty White, the 99-year-old actress left behind a huge legacy to remember her by. Joining us now to talk more about that legacy is pop culture and entertainment expert Jacquie Jordan, host of Front and Center with Jacquie Jordan. Welcome to Wake Up America, Jacquie.
Good morning, Wake Up. How are you?
We're great. Thank you. So Jacquie, we all know Betty White, for her portrayal of Rose on the Golden Girls, but we can't forget her time on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. That role that she had played earned her 2 Emmys and a 3rd nomination.
Isn't that absolutely amazing? She's literally has had eight decades in television. She's an inspiration for all of us who have been in television and in the media. She received her first Emmy nomination in the 50s, and I believe she might have been the first woman actress to receive the Emmy nomination. I think she racked up 5 over the course of her decade. And she is one of those performers who genuinely is just so kind and so happy, and she just had great comedic timing. I know that she was very active in animal activism, which we certainly appreciated. And I remember the first time I met her was casually actually at the vet. She had taken her own dog into the vet, and she was just so delightful and so fantastic. And what's really impresses me about this generation of performers and icons is that they knew that they were they had no problem being kind and friendly to the public and to people who knew them. I also got a chance to produce her through the Donnie and Marie show, and I know she did a sitcom series with Marie Osmond, and she did Betty White was on many sitcom television shows. Some were successful, some weren't successful. And of course, everybody knows her for her long-running series on the Golden Girls, playing Ruth.
Yeah, you mentioned that you met her, and we've seen her in the Golden Girls, we've seen her in movies like The Proposal, we've seen her on stage, and she just always seems to have a smile on her face. What was she like in person?
She genuinely is exactly like you see her. That's why I think that those iconic performers that we're mourning the loss of, like Betty White over the past several years, is because they were so just giving and so generous to people. She's just as friendly and nice as you could see her. One of the icons that reminds me of her is just like Dolly Parton. I always think of Donnie and Marie Osmond also like that. Just really friendly performers, always happy to take pictures with fans. I mean, many people on social media have posted pictures with her because she was just so kind, so generous, so friendly. And I love the quote that she said, I have to keep on acting so I can do my animal activism. And I really appreciated her service to that. And it reminded me of Bob Barker of Price is Right, who also did a lot of activism till the day he passed for animals as well.
Yeah, absolutely. She did. She had a love for animals. Let's jump past her Golden Girls time, because as you mentioned, we all kind of know her for that. To 2010, her role as Elka Ostrovsky in Hot in Cleveland, it kind of gave her a career resurgence.
Yes, it did give her a career resurgence with Valerie Bertinelli. And, there was also one of the other iconic moments of Betty White within the last decade, which was really impressive, is that social media really did a whole campaign to get Betty White to host Saturday Night Live, which she eventually did, which then racked up another one of her first and only ever oldest woman to host Saturday Night Live. So she racked up many titles and awards for being the longest woman in career, the first woman to get the Emmy nomination, and the first oldest woman to host Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, you just talked about Saturday Night Live, and last night, the Saturday Night Live actually reran that 2010 episode with Betty White as a tribute to her, which I thought was great. As you mentioned, that Facebook campaign to get her to host it. Let's talk about, because you mentioned her love for animals, because I don't think a lot of people knew that. I didn't when I had heard this about her. I just knew of her as a comedian and an actress, but she really has been working since the 70s to help animals. She had that series that she created called The Pet Set, lots of animal nonprofits. Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Well, what I think is so fantastic, she was hands-on. It's very easy to give money, to donate money, but she was very hands-on and very active in the Los Angeles community for animals, in raising awareness, helping find homes, dealing with animal neglect. And she literally was like, that was her passion. And it was just ironic that I, ended up meeting her in the vet at the vet where we both apparently we took our dog.
Wow.
And I loved her for that.
She's just such so remarkable and a legend. What do you think Betty White will be remembered best for?
Well, I think, honestly, her cheerfulness. She cheered everybody up in her comedic sense of timing. I love how she razzed Sandra Bullock at the award show for being on The Proposal when she received her award, which she just has that great sense of humor and that great sense of timing. So I think she's going to be just remembered for her kindness, honestly, and live to 99, die on New Year's Eve, a couple of weeks shy of her 100th birthday, and with ease and grace. God bless us, may we all have lives like she lived, and leave the impression that she did and the service that she did.
Yeah, such a hard worker. I think it was like a couple of weeks ago or something, she was asked in an interview, and she was joking around saying, well, Ryan Reynolds keeps asking me for a date, but I have to keep turning him down, because of our time on The Proposal. He just has such a crush on me. But that's so Betty White, to have quick-witted humor. Do you think there's any other actress in Hollywood who can even emulate her?
Well, there are a rare breed. Like I said, I think Dolly Parton is one of those ladies as well, who's just going to ride her stardom out, much the same in her own unique energy signature of like country music. And I'm not wishing that on Dolly Parton at all, but there's just a few handful of iconic people like Betty White, but there will be, of course, only the one golden girl.
Absolutely. You are right. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. We appreciate you coming on the show, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much.
Of course.